Hey guys, so the last time was, I don't know, I wanted to say that's probably the saddest part about me being in Japan. Not being able to mingle with the people that I really want to. But yeah, let's get back happy. So yeah, the last group of people would be my Obasans, or pretty much my Oji-chans, them too. Like, just like the older group, the oldest group of Japanese people, which I want to say is probably like over 40 and then higher, you know, up into like 80s and so forth. Generally, when I meet them, they're always pretty much wonderful. I mean, I've met some people that, like I said, like, like when I was driving down one time and this guy gave me like a dirty look for being on a road. It's a small road, but like I even tried to get out of his way to let him pass, and he gave me a dirty look. He was older. So there's still those kind of people out there too that, I mean, I don't know if it's because I was black or whatever, but I don't really know because I'm not him, so I can't really tell you like for sure why he was mad or whatever. But yeah, whatever. Pretty much besides that, I think that's the only like really bad encounter I've had. Yeah, I think that's all, especially since I've no, probably ever. Yeah, I've never really had a bad encounter with the older class of Japanese people. Generally, they like to talk a lot, and like they really want to talk to me, and they really want to know more about me while I'm here. And even when I talk to them about like not being able to meet Japanese people my age, they pretty much always agree. Like, yeah, younger Japanese people, just like my boss sons and so forth, they say like, yeah, they don't have too much money, they're too shy or whatever. They don't really like to carry on conversations. They don't really know too much what's going on in their life, in how to progress in their own life and so forth, you know. And it's like, why would you want to hang out with them when you can hang out with me, you know? And I'm just like, you know, it makes me happy because they actually really want me to be around them. They want to introduce me to so many people. Like, when I first came here for the first time, I used to help run this this little seminar with like a lot of older people that were learning English, and they were just so wonderful. They want to know so much about America. They want to tell me so much more about Japan. They want to hear like what's going on with me in Japan. They want to know, you know, more of like how it is to be a foreigner in Japan. And like I've talked to so many people about it. I don't really like doing it too much because there's a lot that is not said, obviously, but when people want to know how it is being a foreigner in a different place, and obviously they're looking for what's kind of like bad about it, because like pretty much if somebody's spitting out all good stuff, you're probably thinking like, you know, like, are you telling me everything, or like, are you hiding some stuff, you know? I'm pretty much open to telling people everything. I usually say like, you know, I like the music, I like the culture, but I have a lot of problems with different things too. And obviously they're like, what problems? I'm like, I really don't want to tell you because I feel like you're probably just gonna get mad or irritated at it, because only some people can handle when people talk about their race or their nationality. And generally when the older generation asks me about it, they pretty much agree majority of the time, especially if they're like, yeah, because you're trying to focus on people around your age, and the people around your age, especially here, they're not too open to becoming friends, and they're not too open to foreigners and so forth. I'm like, yeah, that kind of sucks. But for me, it's horrible, because like, why say like, let's talk and let's be friends, and then, you know, stop, and they're like, that's just the thing to say, you know? And I'm like, well, yeah, because there was this thing, right? When I would meet people when I was back in university, they would always say like mata kondo, which means like soon, or like next time we're gonna do this or we're gonna do that. But me and my friends to this day laugh about it, because mata kondo actually, it pretty much means like never. It means like next time, but next time is probably never going to come. And you know, like, even when we say bye, we, you know, sometimes we just say like mata kondo, we're gonna do this, and then we just start laughing because it really means like never. Me and my friends never have met a person that has said mata kondo and like actually meant it. It's just like a word to say like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this next time, but that doesn't mean it's gonna happen. Pretty much, if somebody says it's probably not going to happen. So generally, if somebody says mata kondo, I'd probably be wary of that. Like, is it really gonna happen, or is it not gonna happen? Like, is there something you're not telling me or whatever, you know? But with the older people that I met, like, it was never that. I started meeting them when I came to school here. Like I said, we did the seminar. They want to know so much about me. They always want to talk. They always wanted me to come back to the seminars. Like, they look forward to seeing me and, like, talking to me and, like, actually, like, getting to know me, which to me, that's actually being a friend. Getting to know somebody, talking to them, you know. Obviously, we can't do too much hanging out because, like, they're pretty much older, you know. But they really had that genuine interest to actually get to know me, you know, and to actually hear what I had to say. And even though I said, like, some things that are like, you know, like, yeah, I see that, like, they still came back. Generally, when people ask me that are about my age, like, really what something is, and I'm like, nah, I don't really want to talk about it, and they just force me pretty much. Just tell me, like, I'm not going to stop talking to you. They generally stop talking to me. It's just like, huh, that's weird. Like, why well, I don't know. It's just like being able to handle it and not being able to handle it. And besides that, the whole thing of just cutting people off anyway, just without, like, a word, you know. It's just like, okay, on to the next, you know. But I've never had that with older people. My raid group, for one, like, is everybody's generally older. There's, like, one young guy, but we don't see him too much, obviously, because he's in school. And then there's me, and then there's people a little bit older, and then just a lot older. Pokemon Bonenkai. So some of them, they love generally, I mean, but I feel like since everything mostly, like, goes around just Pokemon, and I'm like, oh, let's, like, I need something else also. That common interest or whatever, you know, but, like, they're all wonderful people. Like, they really like talking to me, you know. They love, like, hanging out with me. They're always looking forward to talking about me. Every once in a while, if I'm not in a chat, like, or talking, which is pretty much a lot of times because, like, I'm doing other stuff and, like, just Pokemon all day. It's kind of tiresome for me. But then, they'll just say my name, and sometimes I'll see it, like, and I'm just like, oh. And then they're like, oh, and then they're just trying to talk to me. I'm just like, oh, okay. And then we start talking or whatever. But, like, they generally want to, like, talk to me, you know, and build, like, their relationship. And, like, even, like, during the Bonenkai, a lot of them kept bringing up, like, next year. They're like, next year, you're going to still be here, right? You're not going to leave us, right? And they just kept bringing it up. And I'm like, I really don't know, because as an AOT, you generally go to, like, a different area. You don't stay in the same area. You generally don't have the same schools at all, especially in the area I'm in. But I think that's an indirect thing anyway, to get you familiar with different schools. And maybe other schools wanted to have you anyway, but this school got you, and you move on, or you just choose to try to go somewhere new, you know. But they're like, you're gonna still be here, right? You're not gonna leave us, right? And I'm just like, oh god, like, I really don't know, you know. I can't give you a concrete answer. I really don't know. I won't know until next year what my plans are. But like, just wanting me to always be here, like, that's wonderful. That's a wonderful feeling, because I don't experience that with too many other people here, especially, like, people around my age, you know. And then I have my Obasans that I hang out with. As you can tell, I made a few videos with them already, and we barely started hanging out this month. They're always trying to, like, introduce me to new people. They ask me what I want to do. They look into if I want to go here, if I want to go to Europe next year. She's like, well, I have a friend in Europe. She was like, just let me know when you want to go, and I'll hook you up with them so you can be, you know, you have somebody to go over there and talk to and hang out with, and you stay at their house and stuff. And I'm just like, oh my. Also, the thing about connections, like, my god, like, thank you, like, really, you know. And then once, like, I go to China all the time. I have so many friends in China. Do you want to go? You know, and just that general interest, I don't know, just doing so much for me, and we barely met. That's what I really consider a friend, because you're trying so hard to make me happy, and I love trying to make other people happy, especially if you're my friend. I mean, generally, if you commented on anything on my social media or on YouTube, I generally always try to talk to everybody, because, you know, I don't know, I don't like people to slip through the cracks, I guess. I want everybody to be heard, maybe. And I like to receive the same thing that I give to other people, pretty much. Obviously, anybody would, you know. And I get that with the older generation. They want to know how I'm doing. They talk to me about it. they accept some things, and some things they think is different from what, you know, like having that opposite opinion. Well, maybe it's this. And they throw a lot of stuff my way, like, oh, well, maybe it's this. Maybe this is the reason why this is how it is. And I'm just like, it could be that, but the reason why I kind of think it's not that is because of this. And they're like, oh. So we can actually have a discussion about it. We could talk about different issues, you know, be it wherever, America or Japan, you know, and everything's still okay, you know. And we have fun. We're always laughing. Like, if you saw any of my older videos, like, even like going to the Bonenkai for Pokemon, like, it was probably one of the funnest times. Like, you know, obviously besides hanging out with like Charlotte and like Katie and Yama, you know, some of the funnest memories that I have of Japan, I do wish that I was able to hang out more with people around my age. But knowing that at least like the younger group, like, they love me, and then the older generation, they love me, like, I guess I'm just gonna have to accept that pretty much. Yeah, I've been trying so hard to try to pretty much win over people around my age, but I don't know. I probably just don't see it happening too much. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna stick with my older generation. I'm probably not gonna be able to do as much things as I really want to do. If I want to at least improve my Japanese and get a lot better at Japanese, you know, and actually make that foundation in Japan, it's pretty much what I'm gonna have to do. Just some things you have to sacrifice, I guess, if you really want to be happy. See you guys next time. Bye.